Okay, okay, and then it started. The poor bean. So this is, there's three parts to this. The replay is inside CE Own It. But this is the second one, and then we have another one, not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, the 17th. But this one is the landing pages and freebie hookup. I personally use Convertkit, so that's what we're going to be using. But I know I've used MailChimp for a very brief amount of time. It was not for me. But pretty much from what I've seen, most of it, email provider wise, is still the same. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Jakara. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the one that sends you daily emails all the time. And I'm going to share my screen so you can see in my Convertkit, so we can see the landing pages. And I have the chat pulled up. Just let me know if you can see this. Just gonna have to go for a drive soon. Oh my gosh, Bean. Okay, so I'm not going to set up a new one with this process. I'm just going to show you one of mine and what it looks like and how to hook it. Because I do not have a freebie. No, you're okay, D. I know you're gonna watch a replay. Um, but I'm gonna show you how to hook up the freebie because I do not have a new one that I need to create, but I have like tons that I need to delete. So I'm gonna do the freebie. Actually, let's do the solopreneur checklist because that's what I need to update. So you can see where little pieces are as well. Okay. I made my screen bigger so you guys can see as well. The chat is off to the side, but if you do have questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. I know sometimes I talk really fast, but I'll be able to answer your questions, and then we'll have time to unmute so you can answer it as well. This shouldn't really take that long. There you go. It should take about 20, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, so let me back up one. In my Convertkit, if I go up to the top, grow, and then landing pages, and then we'll come back to this page. That's how you get to the landing pages. I think MailChimp, I think there's this landing page as well. But if you scroll down, then you can just click create new, but I'm inside a solopreneur checklist, but I'll create new so you can see what it looks like. Anyone that's wondering, I always create a landing page. I don't really use the forms unless I'm using it on my website. But the things that you have seen from like the freebie swap or any other freebies that I have, I use a landing page. So I'm going to go into my solopreneur checklist. So just imagine that I have, because I need to update this freebie, just imagine that there's one uploaded. I changed the color. You'll need to change the title and the little description here, and you can also insert an image. There's a few different types of landing pages. I always say solopreneur, go for the simplest thing first, and then you can expand later. Like on my freebie swap, I have like video and more content. And it looks nice. It does not look like this. This is very simple. But then there's a little plus button so you can add extra things as well, because sometimes it comes only with the email address and you need to add the name and it will pop up on the right hand side for all the fields. This is not so much as a tutorial as more just learning the tips and tricks that I've used. I've changed the colors, and then this graphic does not actually have a size. So whatever you create, if you use like Canva or something, it will fit into this image right here. But this whole thing is editable. You can even edit the unsubscribe at any time, or you can take this built with Convertkit off. I don't really mind because I like people knowing that I use Convertkit because it is wonderful. Um, so once you have this, how you want it to look, you can go to preview. You can see it looks nice. But I would say the number one button to have on this and do it all the time because I've created a landing page, forgot to save it, exited out, and had to start over. Click save. And then we're just going to go to settings. This is where you will upload your freebie in the settings. So the first one under general, you can have it say a success message. Thank you, check your email. I have some of mine to redirect to my Thrive Solopreneur Academy. I have some to redirect to something else or like Facebook page. It just depends on what it is. Always click save. Domain name, mine is my Convertkit. I use that when I create the settings, but you can definitely change the URL at the end. And mine has just been Solopreneur Checklist. That one actually, yes, because that's no longer valid. Also, click save. And then under incentive, this is where you will add your freebie. I always send an incentive email, so it just gets people. It's like, hey, welcome, and here's the checklist. Here's where you can download it. Click the blue button, and then for this one, because I had it as a part of a giveaway, I auto confirmed people, but you don't have to. But down here is where you have your freebie, whether it's a downloadable freebie, this one needs to be updated, just click download and you will upload it. Or if it's the URL, you can change it. It automatically goes to it's confirmed, but I'm going to keep it on download. Advanced, I have it checked to continue to show the form just in case, because I know some people like myself, I might forget that I downloaded a freebie of someone and then like 6 months later, I might want it again. So I always do continue to show form, send the subscriber to a thank you page or their data to the thank you page, and it just shows that this person has made it to your freebie. I'm going to click save because I don't think I changed anything there. The little dots help if you are going to say you have two different freebies, you're pressed on time, you can just duplicate it and just change the words, photos, and again in the settings. I don't really, as you could have seen, archive any of my freebies just in case like I know I need to go back and update some, or some are just not inactive, and I'm fine with that. And then I never really use the delete button. And click save just in case. And then when you click publish, there's several different ways that you can publish it. Personally, I just use the little share and just click copy. Sometimes that doesn't work, so double check, copy and paste. If I'm putting it on my website, then I would use HTML. Specifically, if I did not want to go back and create another freebie where it's not actually the landing page, like how this one would be, but is actually embedded into your website. And I know not everybody has a website. Don't feel pressed about having a website. There's WordPress Hookup. I don't really use it, even though I have WordPress. It was confusing to me. I'm going to check the chat. I know that was really fast, but I'm going to show you the different types of landing pages in case anyone had questions about that. Let's go back to settings. So the download, if I have some freebies that are in like a Google Drive folder, so that's what I would put the link here, as opposed to like having a download. All right, let me show you the different types of landing pages, and then let me say first. If anyone has any questions, I'll be answering those too. Okay. So I'm going to go back to create new. And I'm just going to click through the first one. So forms, these are the things that you can embed on your website. I like to use the inline. Sometimes I like to use a sticky bar because I can put it where it's across all of my website. But if you don't have a website, if you don't want to mess with it, if someone else hosts your website, don't even worry about this. What I would suggest is just to use the landing page. And there's tons of different ones that you can use. You can preview it so you can see it. This is one of my favorites because it has a video. This is the one that I think I used for the freebie swap. I'm pretty sure. Yes, yes, it is. You can add your details. Let's try to find one that I've also used. I've also used this one for a live event. But it does have like outlines to help guide you as well. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. If anyone has any questions, feel free to unmute. And I did not have this as a tutorial just because I know there are so many other things out there. There we go. There are so many other like Convertkit tutorials out there. I don't want to over explain it. So I'd rather just show the different hacks and tricks that I have learned because I'm so nosy in my own stuff that I'll click on everything. And that helps to share it with you guys as well. So I see in the chat, Debbie, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just curious because you had mentioned sending them to your website, and I just wonder what circumstances you would use a download versus sending them to your website.
Oh, okay. So say for instance, oh, I'll use the freebie swap because I've actually used that one with the same example. So not my website, but like a Google Drive. But if it is like a website, it will go to the freebie page. Like your freebie is on the way. You might be interested in this. It's like a tripwire, or it can be like, thank you so much for signing up. Would you care to listen to my podcast or follow me on social media? That's what you can also use the link for, just creating a little thank you page. And you can direct all of your freebie signups that way. So they're all similar and just have it very broad, like, thank you for signing up. It's check your inbox, listen to my podcast, follow me on Instagram, wherever.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. So
And,
then the freebie is on the way, and it's just one more
mhm,
stop for
but you'll
you
have
to be
that at the
like,
top.
"Hey,
Yeah.
look at me."
Yes, yes. But make sure you say
Awesome.
your freebie's on the way or people will be confused.
Yes. And
uh,
then
yeah, I see your other one. Are you using paid or free version of ConvertKit? I use the paid one right now because I love the automations. But if you're a solopreneur, definitely just do free because you can have up to 1,000 people on the free version. And then the next ConvertKit mini series, I'll show you how to do the welcome email hack. So everyone
okay.
will get a welcome email. So if you just want to have your welcome email inside of your freebie email, I'm going to show you how to do that. But then you can just start emailing your list like normal. And quite honestly, there's no shame in the game. I would totally do that again. It's just easy.
I'm excited to learn more because I was doing all of my emailing through Klaviyo because that's what worked best with Shopify, but I've moved away from
Oh,
Shopify. So I'm using ConvertKit because I like it.
yeah.
And so I'm excited to
Okay.
learn more. I'm so
What?
glad you're doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Question, because I know I've known everyone, I've known Debbie for a while. Why did you move away from Shopify? I know your shop is on there and
I was not interested in selling products anymore.
okay.
Like I wasn't putting any time and effort through there. And then I was trying to make my website look the way I wanted it to. And I couldn't do it with Shopify.
Mm.
And then they raised their prices. And I was like, why don't I just move over to Squarespace, build it the way I like it, looks the way I want it. And then if I ever decide to add products again, I'll
Mhm.
just do that then. But
Yeah.
I'm not really doing products right now. So
I understand. Side note recommendation: if you have time, don't stress yourself out. But I would totally look into creating your own website because you can change it. You learn so much. Um, I would love someone to create my website, but then I want to have full control over it so I can update it. But I probably would not have a website if I didn't start one at the very beginning. But I've always had it. And I was like, I don't want anyone to take the name of Let's Try Adulting. So I'm going to keep it. So
Uh-huh.
that's the
So
main reason why I have it.
when
Yeah.
you say create your own,
Mm.
you mean like on WordPress or something like that?
Well, like WordPress, Squarespace,
Okay.
whatever, Bluehost, I think was another one, SiteGround, whatever it looks like. I know Canva, you can actually create a website now as well. And you can like look it up with your own domain. Use whatever
Yeah.
works for you, but don't stress out about it, everyone.
Oh,
Like,
I stressed out about it and I made it. Stressed out about it for months and I got it done. Of course, I'd love to change some of it, but I'm like, nope, it's just staying the way it is.
mm,
And yes, one of my, I don't know if I consider it a toxic trait, but I buy domains all the time. I get
have
an
you,
idea, I buy a domain.
oh my gosh, you sound like, I think you've met Tanya. I know you know Larnie, but I don't know if you know
Uh-huh.
Tanya. I want to say you guys met.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. She's the artist, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, she went on a buying streak of domains at one point too. And I was like, oh, that's a cool name. That's a cool name. She's like, they're only like $1. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not sure your whole name. Kay, do you have any questions? It's okay if you don't. I just want to make sure.
You're allowed to stay anonymous.
Yeah, you're allowed to stay anonymous by all means. Like I've been there. I totally understand. But if anyone else, if you have questions, whether you're watching the replay, let me know. Dee, I know you left early. Let me know if you have any questions as well. And the next one will be on the 17th. We're going through the welcome email automation hack. That's one of my favorite things because at the beginning I was like, I don't want to pay $9. I don't want to pay $15 just to have it automated. No, save your money. But that's all I have. This will be posted probably tomorrow inside the group for everyone to watch the replay. But yeah, thank you guys so much for showing up. I love that
Yay.
these are so short. And now I gotta go tend to a baby and hope she's okay.
No love
Okay.
on the baby. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good
Bye.
night. Bye.